Is that responsible?
I see it differently. I don't believe the mayor is saying we're not going to do what you want us to do, just flat out like that. F you, as you say. Here's what I think is going on.
Said Cuomo. Wait. I don't want big picture.
I thought you asked me a question.
You can do big picture the rest of your show. I want you to answer this question.
I'll answer your question.
I am not going to provide local police protection for the federal agents.
Bill O'Reilly and Chris Cuomo clash over ICE enforcement, local resistance, and where the responsibility actually lies when federal law meets public protest. This exchange gets tense fast and exposes a deeper disagreement about authority, accountability, and escalation.
He is not going to enforce immigration law, and I am not going to put my resources behind your unconstitutional actions. You call it an insurrection. Even Trump disagrees with you. Even Trump doesn't believe the insurrection. He just said on television to News Nation, the Insurrection Act is not needed. Okay? So you take that the way you want. I take it as a negation.
He doesn't believe it.
But I'll tell you the
News Nation
I'll tell you the big difference. That's the answer to your question. Hold on a second, Bill. Here's the big difference. Pretty is this, good is that. Here's the mistake. And here's why there's so much outrage, okay? That is real and rational. That's who does crazy things. People who are built up to be so outraged by what's happening, they become desperate and they do things they shouldn't. The problem is you're pretending that the ICE agents are the same as the protesters and they're likely to act the same way. No, one is supposed to be trained, which is why we let you have weapons and you're supposed to de-escalate, and you've been doing the opposite. Okay? These are not supposed to be the death penalty. You kick a truck, you're not supposed to die.
This is the fault line in the entire debate. Cuomo is arguing outcome. That enforcement should never escalate to fatal consequences. O'Reilly is arguing responsibility. That's reckless interference with law enforcement creates unavoidable risk. Same incident, two completely different frameworks.
But they may be, and there should be an investigation.
With Pretty, I don't think that's happening with Good yet.
No, it's happening with both, and I confirmed it today on my program, the No Spin News, with the spokesman for the ICE unit who was on, McLaughlin.
You okay with DHS investigating this instead of the DOJ? Go ahead.
The Department of Homeland Security is investigating, but the FBI is there as well. That's what's happening. Now, when you have a situation where there's passion and chaos and violence, people are going to get hurt. And I have said, as I just mentioned, got to bring it down. And it's the responsibility of the federal government to bring it down. But if you're going to sit there and tell News Nation viewers that Fry is providing local protection for federal agents,
I never said that.
Then you're misleading your audience.
I never said that.
They are not.
I explained why he said no.
Yes, you are. Oh, Fry didn't say that.
No, I'm not.
You just told me. Oh, Fry didn't say that.
I just had his quote up on the screen. I just had the quote up on the screen, Bill. It says exactly what I said.
Resources.
Bill.
Hold it. Resources is a code. They're not providing protection for the federal agents. Fry knows it. He's a punk, okay? Trump went out of his way to talk to him, and according to Trump, Fry, they came to detente, and then the next day, Fry goes out and says, blank you again. He's a punk.
You can't.
And I am going to predict right now that down the road, he's going to be charged.
This is where the debate stops being theoretical. Once accusations turn personal, the conversation shifts from policy to accountability, and that's why this exchange keeps escalating.
Insurrection. Look, they may charge it with them, but it's because they have absolutely no respect for the Constitution or the administration of justice. But the idea that this is an insurrection, just read the act, Bill. It's not even a close call. You would fail out of law school. It's not even close.
Oh, come on.
Where is the proof
of an
organized resistance to overthrow the government?
The proof is that there is federal law that has to be enforced over local law, and Fry refuses to do that. Okay? He is raising the level of defiance.
He's not in charge. He's not in charge of that.
Sure
what
he
he's
is.
supposed to do,
he's compelled
sanctuary cities have been
to
found
obey
constitutional.
federal law.
He
Law-
cannot
laws and
obstruct execution of federal law.
Okay.
That's the law, Bill.
You can live in the world of theory all day long, Cuomo. You can live in your
It's
own
the
little world of
law.
theory all day long.
It's
Both
the
men have
law.
been subpoenaed. Both
Oh,
men
wow.
have been subpoenaed.
By whom?
Okay?
By
and
whom?
they've been subpoenaed for
By
a
whom?
reason.
Yeah, because MAGA's pissed.
Oh, yeah,
and they
by
go after
MAGA
their
they've
opponents.
been subpoenaed. How ridiculous is that statement you
subpoenaed
just
them?
made? MAGA.
Who subpoenaed them?
MAGA issued the
Who
subpoenas.
subpoenaed them?
Where does MAGA live?
Who subpoenaed them?
Are they in Austin, Texas?
Who subpoenaed them?
They've both
They're in
been
control of
subpoenaed.
the Congress.
They're going to have to come in, and believe me, they may be charged with federal crimes. At
I
the
wouldn't be
same time, a
surprised.
story you've totally ignored, you have, because you're the most powerful
Oh,
guy
really?
on this network.
You're going to mention
And you have
Singham,
ignored this story.
who I did this morning on the
bet.
radio show, and I did last night, and I did last
Okay.
week, and I've done
That's
6 different
after I
times.
did it with
What were you going to say, Bill?
That's where I did it with did it with Leland on Monday night.
This wasn't about left versus right. It was about power, restraint, and responsibility in a volatile situation. Watch the exchange and decide for yourself whether the line should be drawn.